because now if I'm offering, let's say, for example, like for us, we'll give you a free website if you don't have a website, right? But that's kind of us helping you get your foot in the door in the marketing space. And then from there, like, oh, you don't have a CRM. Why not? You guys are doing, 100K, 500K, $1 million a year, but you're still tracking everything on pen and paper, which is great that you can do that. But imagine having a CRM, being able to constantly stay in touch with your prospects, right? Because somebody that doesn't want to buy today, they might buy a week from now, they might buy 6 months from now, they might buy next year, and that's still, as you're saying, you've been leaving those breadcrumbs in their head, like, oh, I need a roof. Oh, I need a new kitchen. Oh, I need a new basement. Oh, I want to remodel my entire basement because now I want to have a game room, or now I want to have X, Y, and Z, and so when it comes to, adding more value to your offer or increasing your pricing, it's not just like, hey, I want to charge double now. Well, if you're charging double, what makes it worth it for them to want to pay double when somebody else in their ear is like, hey, we can do it for cheaper? Well, they're talking, oh, we could do it for cheaper. You're saying, look, this is our price, but we're also doing this for you. We're also going to do this for you. We're also going to do this for you. So kind of, just for the viewers, kind of expand a little bit more on creating better offers and adding more value to your offers, and how that can translate to your marketing and how that can translate to your advertising when you're, whether it's on Google, whether it's on Facebook. Because right now in this day and age, in my opinion, the platform doesn't really matter because they're all getting good, right? TikTok is getting good. Facebook is the top right now in terms of data. Like they can just pinpoint your ideal character, but TikTok is right behind them. Then you also have Google, you have YouTube. So all the platforms work, but it's, even direct mail nowadays it's making a comeback because people, they delete emails, but when it comes to mail, they're stopping, they're reading them. Okay, well, do I need this? Do I not? Right? Can I throw this away or not? So how does, you know, how would someone go about creating an, amazing offer, right? And then how can they translate that, whether it's online marketing or whether it's physical, like direct mail, etc.
Well, I see all the time because I'm always in Facebook, especially the roofing groups, and I chime in on stuff. And so guys are always, well, who's the best company to buy leads from, or who's the best at SEO or whatever. And I'm like, well, you are. Well, no, I don't want to do it. I understand that you don't want to do it, and that's fine. But you, as the owner of the business, need to know how to do it. So, like, if they get me involved, I teach them how to do it. And then either they hire us to do it, or I work with one of their folks inside, or they hire somebody to learn what we know so that they, as the owner, can monitor and make sure that what their vision is of where they're going, that the people who are in-house doing their marketing are doing what's expected. So as far as crafting the offer, it takes a minute. And if you know how to prompt AI, but again, in knowing how to prompt AI properly, you kind of have to have some business chops to understand how to ask the question or to frame the prompt. But the whole idea is for businesses, what is a low cost or no cost thing that you can give, do, or provide that has perceived value, not necessarily intrinsic value, but at least perceived value. So kind of back to the restaurant AB, right? I'm paying $60 for a meal, or I'm going to get a $15 discount on the one meal, but the one meal I'm paying $60 for, dude, I'm getting a $25 bottle of wine, and I'm getting two desserts. Both of them on the menu are worth $6. So I'm getting 25 and 12 is $37 in additional value. And we already talked about how for the restaurant, it's only $9. So when you like my idea about free gutters for a roof, if they're pricing their roof right, they're getting, 15, 20, 30 grand, a roof's based on size, the math is going to vary. And then if they are doing every roof that they do, and they got their gutter buddy giving them a nice enough discount, maybe they're spending $1,000 on gutters, and again, that's going to vary based on size, and so there's some, but I believe it's proportional. My experience, I always think basic gutters is proportional in cost to what the cost of the roof would be. So if you're charging top dollar for a top-notch job on a roof, you paying your gutter guy a discount to give them free gutters is some substantial value, but the cost to you is negligible in comparison to the return. And another example on how that works was back in the early 2000s. The guy who's behind the company that I licensed my software and stuff from approached a lot of your big national home builders. And this is back before Wi-Fi and stuff started taking off, when everybody was doing what was called structured wiring, where your phone, your cable, your internet was all, you'd have different plugs on the wall, like three plugs in one outlet plate kind of thing. And they'd
Yeah.
all run back to like the master closet or a central area. And then it's all plug and play to activate at that point. So that's structured wiring, some basic surround sounds, and some basic alarm stuff. So what they did is they said, okay, guys, why don't every house you sell, you include this basic package? So the math on it was the basic package was about $6,600. And it's all wiring, because at that point, there's no drywall, no nothing. They come in and they wire, negligible cost, right? And then the outlets and the plates and stuff, again, fairly negligible in consideration. So, Beazer, Horton, Wheelan, Weekly, all these guys are doing these low voltage packages or surround sound packages at an initial cost of $6,600. The average house price, median house price for all of them was $250,000. So did builder A, did they want to charge $270? And you buy a house from me, you pay $270, but you get this 20-some thousand dollar value package, right? It costs them $6,600, but it has like a $22,000 or $25,000 value proposition to it. So even worst case scenario, if because of FHA or other mortgage considerations, they didn't qualify for the $270, they could still sell it at $250,000 at a lesser profit margin. Even if you gave away free gutters and you didn't get quite the profit margin that you would normally think, or that your competitor's getting, your overall gross profit is going to be more, not percentage wise, but dollar wise, because you're doing so much more volume because of your offer. So it boils down to, again, is what costs you nothing or very little to add and essentially bundle that. $199 a year. We'll come out twice a year and we'll inspect your roof and we'll clean out your gutters that we gave you for free. And who wouldn't do that? You mean I don't have to pay a gutter company $200 or $300 to come clean my gutters? It doesn't cost you next to nothing. You've got the equipment. You're already there doing a free inspection that takes you 20, 30 minutes, unless it's just, a storm comes through and there's just a lot of issues. But you know what? A leaf blower or whatever, real quick in the gutters, in a broom, broom and dustpan, you're done. You're in and out in an hour and a half. Why wouldn't they? And then they refer you. And if you're smart about it, make them a joint venture partner. A lot of these guys will give $100 or $500. Do it. Bump that. Give them a 5% commission. If you're paying your sales guy to go knock a door and giving him 10, 12% commission, tell the homeowner, hey, you know what? Anybody you refer me to, we'll give you a 5% commission on your buddy. Because at that point, that's the best deal to go get. $100, big deal. What's the guy who doesn't have to hunt for that deal? All he's got to do is show up, tell the story, and pick shingle colors. So give him 5%. What did he do? He didn't spend the day looking for that customer. He took a phone call. Hey, call my buddy. He's waiting on you. I want this color, sign here. Pay your referral partner, pay 5%. And again, that's limited belief thinking that these guys don't understand how they're thinking, oh my God, I can't afford to give them, more than $100 or $500. No, you're charging more, you're providing more value, give more. And if you give more, I promise you'll get more. And that plumber I mentioned pays his guys double what his competitors pay. And why? Now he has the absolute best plumbers available because he's better benefits, better pay. Everybody wants to come work for him.